What's going on, everybody? It's Chaz with Homegrown How To. Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be planting a weeping blue spruce tree. I got this tree for a killer deal at my local co-op store. They were doing like a 40% off sale and I could not pass up on this beautiful tree. I'm going to be planting it right here just so that it gives a good accent piece. It's gonna look awesome. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's go ahead, get that thing in the ground. I am in a few weeks going to be taking a lot of this grass out, making a big garden bed over here. But I've had these things for a couple weeks. I've got to get them in the ground so they can start to root and begin establishing in these cooler temps that we've got. Best time to plant a tree is early spring or fall, just because temperatures are on your side. You can plant trees in the summer, but it's a lot harder to keep them happy, keep them from getting dried out, and they also don't tolerate the heat well after a transplant. Whenever I'm planting a potted tree, I like to go ahead and tip it over on its side, push around on the bucket a little bit, and then that makes the process of actually pulling the tree out a little bit easier. What I'm doing here is I'm actually taking my hand and loosening up any of the roots that I can. The tree has a potential for becoming root bound whenever a tree is planted within a pot. You'll also want to make sure the root flare is not covered from the potting as well. There is always that potential as well. I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. So here you can see my root flare was buried by a few inches there, so I did uncover that, backfilled my hole, and now I've got a few of these branches that are touching the soil. I don't want that. That could cause some disease. If not, these branches could also root into the ground, and basically the tree would create more of like a carpet type of effect there. So you want to make sure the branches are not touching the ground. So I'll go get my pruners, cut those back a little bit, and we should be all set. There is also a few of these dead branches that don't have any needles on them. I'm also going to cut those back because you don't want those on the tree as well. And same with when cutting back your branches, you want to cut back. So right here I've got some growth, I've got a branch right there, so I will cut off right at that branch, just so that that's not touching the soil at all. Back in here there's some dead branches that I'm going to be snipping off. Alright, we've got that tree planted. Cut off any branches that were touching the soil, cut off any dead branches or branches that looked bad. I didn't cut off too much because I don't want to stress the tree out. There are some branches that are getting pretty close to the soil. And of course, anytime you plant anything new, make sure to give it a nice deep water, nice deep soak. Once I create that garden bed in a few weeks, there'll probably be a little bit more branches touching the soil just because I'm going to lift up, put some compost down. These trees, I really like them when they're standing straight up like this. Currently this one's growing really well for how I like it, but these do tend to droop a lot. So what you can do to kind of train these trees in the direction that you want them is you can put in stakes and tie them. So I'll watch this tree closely over the next few months. If it starts drooping in any sort of direction I don't want, I'll stake it down, tie it up, hold it up. If it comes to that point, I'll make a video on that. So follow along, subscribe to the channel for any updates on this tree, as well as opening up this garden bed. It's going to look awesome once it's done. I've also got this juniper tree that I'm going to be planting over on the other side, right over here, just to give a little bit more accent, a little bit more shade when we're sitting out here in the patio area. But let me know down in the comment section if you have any questions. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel for more lawn and garden videos. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.